Hi friends, Right Careers welcomes you to another brand new episode for this week. This week we're going to discuss a topic that is perhaps the most common topic, I should say, but even though it's common, it has undergone several changes. Yes, we are going to discuss more about commerce, BCom, and nomenclature of different BCom, I should say. Good old days when we used to study commerce as a graduate, BCom as a subject, we only used to have two kinds of BCom. One used to be BCom general, the other one used to be BCom honors, which used to be a slightly advanced version of BCom. But nowadays it's not the case. If you look at some of the universities, the leading universities in the country, be it in north or south or west or east, anywhere you go, there are multiple BComs that's been offered to the students. That includes the BCom honors, BCom general, BCom accounting and finance, BCom in company secretaryship or corporate secretaryship, BCom in computer applications, BCom in bank management, BCom in cooperative management, BCom in GST and taxation. There are numerous BComs which I understand that's been offered for today's students. Now that brings to a primary, questioning as to which BCom should I choose? Should I choose general BCom? Should I choose accounting and finance or computer applications? BCom and computer applications, I don't know what it is. So if you are looking out for such questions, watch out for this entire video. This is an elaborate video on comparison between 5 types of BCom. We have taken 5 types, even though I have mentioned 7 or 8 nomenclature of BCom. I have only taken 5 types which are commonly offered by various universities. Those are BCom General, BCom Accounting and Finance, BCom with Computer Science, BCom in Corporate Secretaryship, and then BCom with Bank Management. So we are going to compare these 5 rather on 3 different parameters. Now what are those parameters? We are going to compare BCom, these 5 courses, on the basis of the curriculum, that is the subjects that's been taught, and then on the basis of higher education opportunities that's available post your undergraduation, post the BCom, and then the job opportunities once you finish this BCom. So this is exactly what we are going to see in the next few minutes. Now before we start with the comparison, I should tell you that BCom is definitely the most sought after undergraduate program for any commerce student. Now it is an ancient course and it has not lost its sheen because of its oldness. It's only getting better and better. The demand for BCom is such that the top elite in the class used to get into the best colleges in the respective city, and that trend still continues. The primary focus of BCom, irrespective of any BCom, the primary focus of BCom or the objective of BCom is to impart education in commerce and accounting and finance related subjects. So that's the primary objective of any BCom. Now it is the gateway. There is no doubt that any BCom is going to be the gateway for higher education or job opportunities in the areas of commerce, finance, accounts, taxation, economics, management, whatever it is, and some professional courses which we will be seeing in this video. Now let us get on to the comparison chart of BCom. As I told you, the 3 parameters which we are going to compare different set of BCom. The first being the academic side, which is the courses or the syllabus that's offered in various BCom. Now if you look at the BCom structure, it's a 3-year program. We all know it's perhaps 6 semesters these days. So if it's a 3-year program, some of the courses that usually BCom offers, it is divided into 3 parts. One is the non-core part of the BCom, then there is core part of BCom, and then the allied subjects. So non-core subjects include languages, and perhaps languages, English and languages, the vernacular language in respective cities. So that's common for all BCom. If you take any 5 BCom which I'm going to compare, these languages are common for all. And then the allied subjects. Allied subjects include subjects like economics, statistics, mathematics. Now again, these subjects are very, very common to all the BCom. Now coming to the core subjects. So what are the core subjects that are going to be offered in 5 sets of BCom that we are going to compare? If you look at the chart behind me, the 5 subjects that are going to, the 5 core subjects, we will first see the similarities in the core BCom, which means the similar subjects that usually are offered in all the BCom. If you take financial accounting as a paper, for example, that's offered across all BCom. If you take cost accounting, once again, it's offered across all BCom. If you take business law, it's offered across all the BCom. If you take corporate accounting, once again, it is offered across all the BCom. If you take cost and management accounting, which I forgot to tell, management accounting is once again offered in all the BCom. Auditing is a subject that's offered across, and then financial management once again offered across. So these are some of the subjects that are usually offered by all the universities. If we took a research of Northeast, West, South universities, these are the subjects that are offered as common core subjects across all BCom. Now, coming to where is the differentiation? What is the differentiation when it comes to BCom versus BCom accounting and finance versus BCom computer applications versus corporate secretaryship versus bank? What are the unique subjects that are offered? If you take BCom general, in addition to the financial accounting that you will be taught, you'll also be taught subjects like advanced financial accounting, introduction to banking and theory. You'll be taught indirect taxation. You'll also be taught advanced cost accounting, and then you will be taught entrepreneurial development, marketing, etc. So these are some of the subjects that these days BCom general students are being taught. Now, when it comes to BCom accounting and finance, what are the unique subjects that are offered is definitely financial planning, as to how to plan your finance. That's something that's taught in this BCom, BFA rather you call, BCom in financial accounting. And then the general introduction about banking is also given. Indirect taxation is definitely taught. And then subjects like working capital management, income tax laws and practice. So these are some of the subjects that's been taught in BCom FNA, accounting and finance, or finance and account. Moving on to the third nomenclature, BCom in computer applications. It's a very deadly combination, I should say. Combination of commerce accounting knowledge with computer programming. It's definitely a deadly combination. In addition to the fundamental subjects that we saw that's been taught to any BCom, subjects like office automation, both theory and practical, is being taught. Programming languages like Python, C++, OOPS, and subjects like this, programming languages like this are taught. And then you're also exposed to computerized accounting, e-commerce, etc. So a deadly combination of IT with commerce is BCom computer applications. Moving on to the fourth BCom, which is BCom in corporate secretaryship. Now, in addition to the core subjects, subjects like corporate management, company law, industrial law, income tax, these are some of the subjects that usually are taught in BCom in corporate secretaryship. Good old days, this course used to be called as BA corporate secretaryship. Now the nomenclature has changed to BCom in corporate secretaryship. That's the fourth kind of BCom. The fifth kind of BCom is BCom banking. Now, in addition to the core subjects, once again, some of the subjects that are being taught are treasury management. Anything to do with banking related things would be taught in this program, BCom bank management. Subjects like treasury management, investment banking, marketing of banks, customer relationship management in banks, technology in banking, international banking. So these are some of the additional subjects that would be taught as compulsory subjects. Till now, we have seen the academic differentiation of all the BComs. That's what we have seen. Now we will see the job options. Once you finish your BCom, what are the job options available? As always, we will see the similarities. If you finish any kind of BCom, whatever BCom you finish, you are definitely eligible to appear for Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4 exams, Short Service Commission exams, DRDO exams, jobs in LIC, BHEL and multiple government companies, Ratna companies we call. So you are eligible for all the accounting and finance related jobs in any of these companies, irrespective of the BCom that you finish. You're in state government, if you ask, you are also eligible for, in positions like municipalities, hospitals, state government. So you're eligible for all. Irrespective of what subjects you choose, which BCom you choose, you are eligible for all the job opportunities. But there is some uniqueness also in job roles. That is where the differentiation is. We will see what. If you take BCom general, you become an accountant, you become assistant to an auditor, you become a finance officer, you also become tax consultant. If you take general BCom. Whereas if you take BCom in FNA, finance and accounting, you do roles like financial planner, financial consultant, accounts analyst, to some extent business analyst, etc. This is what you do when you take BCom FNA. Whereas if you take BCom in computer applications, you usually become an auditor. You can become an auditor. You usually become a computer programmer also. You can become a computer programmer, Android developer, a business consultant, business analyst. So these are some of the roles that you can definitely get into when you do a BCom in computer applications. When you pursue BCom corporate secretaryship, you usually take up the roles of corporate financial analyst, corporate credit analyst, corporate sales, export, import, etc. Whereas if you pursue BCom in bank management, you become an investment banker, you become a business analyst, project manager, a bookkeeper, a financial consultant. So these are some of the job roles differentiation that you do. Now, higher education, as always, BCom sets up beautifully for any higher education that you want to, be it a professional course or any other form of course, MCom, etc. Any BCom sets you up brilliantly for higher education. Now, the biggest question, or rather the $1,000,000 question is, which BCom should I choose? The answer is as follows. There is actually no correct answer if you ask me which BCom you should choose, but yes, I've tried to understand the numerous differences and come up with an answer, and the answers are as follows. If you want to become a taxation specialist, or if you want to pursue higher education in management or law or economics, general BCom will definitely suit you. General BCom. If you want to focus more on professional aspects, like professional subjects, like you want to pursue CA, ICWA, etc., then take BCom in accounting and finance. That will really help you in understanding the concepts or strengthening the concepts. If you are keen on working for IT companies, if you want to know accounting principles with basics of programming, coding, and also things like DBMS, database management system, and make a career as an analyst, both business analyst or financial analyst, choose BCom in computer applications. It's a deadly combo. If you want to make a career as a company secretary, ACS we call, right, then choose bachelor's in corporate secretaryship. And finally, if you want to work for banks, in any form of banks, in any roles in banks, you can definitely choose BCom as a bank management. Now, these are some of the differentiation that I thought, when it comes to different types of BCom, and I hope that some of the doubts that lingered in your mind got clarified at this point in time. In case you find some more, you want to know some more details about different forms of BCom, do let me know. In case you want to choose which BCom, you want to decide on which BCom to choose for yourself, do get back to us, ping us, write us. All the details are there beneath this video. We'll definitely be happy to assist you and help you in terms of choosing the right career and right college. Hope you enjoyed watching my video, and until next week with a brand new video on a different topic. See you all. Take care. Have a great week. Thank you.